What is a multi-sig wallet? A multi-signature wallet is a cryptocurrency wallet that requires multiple signatures instead of just one to execute each transactions. The signatures are associated with different private keys, while a defined threshold of keys must sign a transaction to validate it. The workflow of a multi-sig wallet is the same irrespective of the number of signers. Any parties to a multi-sig wallet can initiate a transaction signed with their private key. However, the transaction is displayed as pending until other parties sign it. Multi-sig wallets may implement an N of N setup where all signatories must validate the transactions before. The similar example is a 2 of 2 method where two parties must validate a transaction for it to be considered valid. Alternatively, a N of M setting requires a specific subset of signers to approve a transaction. Using a 3 of 4 wallet scheme as an example, 3 out of 4 signers must validate the transaction for it to be executed. In either case, it is essential to distribute multi-sig private key access among distinct entities. A multi-sig setup where a single entity holds multiple private keys and stores them in a single location is essentially the same as a single key wallet. The ideal scenario is giving access to entities in a way that a single security breach does not lead to the loss of 2 or more keys. Many blockchains integrate functionality that enables users to implement multi-signature wallets. Cryptocurrency exchanges and custodians also implement multi-sig wallets and store associated private keys in diverse locations to protect client assets. Now let's look at types of multi-sig wallets. 1 of 2 signatures. A 1 of 2 setup is one of the most basic forms of multi-sig storage. The user binds 2 private keys to a single wallet, allowing anyone holding either key to approve transaction. This setup is ideal for a small business where either of the 2 founders can transfer funds and trust is established through a contractual and personal relations. A 1 of 2 setup is also a useful personal backup solution as users can recover funds even if they lose one private key. 2 of 3 signatures. This multi-sig wallet requires 2 out of 3 registered signers to complete a transaction. It is useful for escrow transactions and also implemented by cryptocurrency custodians as an additional security measure. In the latter use case, the company may hold 2 of the keys with one securely stored offline and the other held online to make signing process easier. The third key is delegated to a trusted blockchain security company, which may be required if the crypto custodian loses any one of its keys. 3 of 5 signatures. This is a more robust setup that requires 3 out of 5 signatures to validate any kind of transaction. It is useful for a corporate structure where several decision makers must approve any kind of transfers. As long as over 50% of the parties consent to the decision, they can approve fund transfer. As with other forms of multi-signature setups, delegating signatures to entities in a diverse geographical locations could improve security. Hosted versus unhosted. A hosted multi-sig wallet is one created with a third-party platform such as Coinbase, Custody, or Bitco. These entities secure cryptocurrencies using an institutional-grade solutions while giving clients access to multi-signature functionality. Thus, clients register approved signatories and define signature thresholds for fund transfer. An unhosted multi-sig wallet, also known as a self-hosted wallet or simply a wallet, is one where the individual or organization hold the private key instead of using a trusted third party. This setup process for unhosted wallets is usually more complex as users require security optimized infrastructure and best practices. However, the user enjoys greater convenience and eliminates the counterparty risk associated with third parties. Now let's navigate through the compelling advantages that render multi-sig wallets as indispensable asset for those prioritizing security in their crypto ventures. Number 1. Fortified security. The foremost advantage of a multi-sig wallet lies in the fortification of security. By demanding multiple signatures to authorize a transaction, the vulnerability associated with a single point of failure is dramatically diminished. This multi-layered security mechanism makes it exponentially more challenging for hackers to gain unauthorized access to your digital assets. Number 2. Risk distribution. Multi-sig wallets facilitate judicious distribution of risk. Instead of entrusting security access of your crypto holdings to a lone individual or entity, you can strategically distribute and the responsibility of holding keys among different parties. This becomes particularly invaluable in the context of business or joint accounts where multiple stakeholders are involved. Number 3. Trustless collaboration. Multisig Wallets enables users to engage in a transaction without fully entrusting any single party. The unanimous requirement among the involved parties before a transaction is executed fosters a more secure and transparent ecosystem, particularly in decentralized financial landscapes. Number 4. Escrow transactions. Multi-signature wallets are ideal for escrow transactions. They can guarantee that each party will fulfill their obligations once the agreed terms are met. Using the example of a 2 of 3 multi-sig wallet, the buyer could deposit funds in a wallet with a promise to release the funds to the seller as soon as the purchased goods are received and deemed satisfactory. The seller also holds the key alongside a trusted third party used as a final signatory to the multi-signature contract. Both buyer and seller could sign to confirm the trade as soon as the conditions are met. However, the third party could release the funds to either the buyer or seller if the other party breaches the contract terms. Number 5. Customizable security policies. Multisig wallets offer a level of customization in security policies, allowing users to define the specific conditions under which a transaction can be executed. This flexibility enables users to adapt the security parameters based on their unique preferences and risk tolerances. Whether it is adjusting the required number of signatures or implementing time-based restrictions, this customization enhances the adaptability of multisig wallets to various use cases. However, as with any technological advancement, multisig wallets are not without their challenges. Let's delve into the drawbacks that users should be mindful of. Number 1. Complexity. A substantial drawback surfaces in the form of complexity. Setting up and managing a multisig wallet entails navigating the intricate web of multiple private keys and their corresponding public addresses. This complexity may prove to be a significant barrier for users who do not possess an advanced understanding of cryptographic principles. Number 2. Recovery challenges. Recovering a multisig wallet can be a formidable task. In the unfortunate event of losing access to one of the keys or forgetting the required signatures, accessing your funds becomes an intricate puzzle. Robust backup and recovery procedures become imperative, adding an extra layer of responsibility for users to handle diligently. Number 3. Adoption and compatibility. Not all cryptocurrency and blockchain platforms seamlessly support multisig transactions, limiting their widespread use. Number 4. Potential single point of failure. Despite the distributed nature of multisig wallets, there is a potential concern regarding a single point of failure. If the majority of the private keys are held by a single entity or stored in a centralized location, it introduces a vulnerability that could be exploited by malicious actors. Users must carefully consider the distribution of keys to mitigate the risk effectively. Number 5. Increased transaction cost. Multisig transactions often involve more complex cryptographic operations and multiple signatures, leading to increased transaction cost compared to traditional single key transactions. The additional computational overhead and complexity in processing multi-signature transactions may result in higher transaction fees, which could be a consideration for users looking to optimize transaction cost, especially for smaller transactions. In conclusion, multisig wallets present a robust solution for elevating the security of your cryptocurrency holdings. The advantages spanning from enhanced security and risk distribution to trustless collaboration, positioning multisig wallets as an attractive option for security-conscious users. However, it is crucial to know the potential complexities and challenges intertwined with their utilizations. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to Cypherock's YouTube channel, and make sure to check out this playlist which has videos about wallet security. Until next time, signing off.